Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Virgin to Me. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. This is like the first New Year one that we've done together, right?
It's been a while.
Yeah, so happy New Year, and happy New Year to us that we're starting all over again.
Yes.
Happy New Year. Anyways, if you do not know who we are, I am Samantha from Fabulous Adventures Travel Company, and this is
Kelly from Fabulous Adventures Travel Company.
And I'm very excited to bring Kelly back to the Talk Virgin to Me podcast because we're going to talk about basically what's new with Virgin and kind of what we did last week and, just kind of really talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Have a little discussion.
Yes.
Which is what we don't normally do. Normally, it's an informative podcast. I mean, I have done no research on podcasts. I just went for it. Let's just start there. So, is there informative podcasts? Okay, can I tell you something? Have you ever gone into the podcast, dove into the podcast realm, I guess?
I have not.
Okay, so I don't know what made me go look at it the other day, but I was like, man, you people like murder mystery stuff out there. Like the crime and murder mystery podcast. I was like, wow. I was like, wow, that's
that and reality TV.
Oh, reality
Every
TV.
reality TV show now has a podcast.
See, no joke.
Yeah.
And all they do is talk about each other even more.
Right.
So it's
Right.
on top of
Yep.
So on top of the talking about each other in the middle of the show, we're going to talk about each other more on the podcast, which is pretty funny. But I've always said that I wanted to have not a podcast. I want to do a reality show of the travel agency. Listen, I would have to censor a lot of stuff over here. There's a lot of,
We'd be signing non-disclosures.
Non-disclosures, yeah. There's a little swear jar they want to set up for me, they be beeping me out a lot. So yeah, but I've always said it would be funny to have a travel agency podcast, and I've been begging my assistant to do it for me, but I don't think she agrees with me. She's over there giggling though, that's for sure. So, with that being randomly said, which is I feel like it did, that was quite the longest intro ever on the planet. We want to talk about what's new. Last week was crazy. We went on our first Virgin voyage last week, right? We did our very favorite one. Do you still think it's your favorite?
I do.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Do you think it's because I always test myself on this one. I'm going to ask Kelly. Do you think it's because we do it so much we think it's our favorite or what?
I think so. I mean, we both love Key West.
Yeah.
So I think that's why.
I know.
Yeah. And that is the one we do the most.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Yeah.
So that's why I wonder if that's why it's our favorite. So what we're talking about is Fire and Sunsets is the name of it. And we actually sail that one a lot because it's 4 nights and it doesn't take us away from our family as long.
Right.
And it's just easy to pop on. What does it happen? Twice a month? Generally,
Yeah.
in general, it happens twice a month, and it's easy to kind of find a date that fits in. Because in between those 2 4-nighters is the 5-nighters that kind of flip in there. So
Right.
yeah, so we go on that one a lot. But anyways, our very first voyage of the year happened last year, and it is the most spectacular voyage of them all, right?
Yes.
It's called the
Spectacular Soiree?
Yeah, top 100 spectacular soiree. She's leaving out the best part. So actually, Virgin invites us on that cruise each year if you make it. So they pick the top best 100. Well, I said that all in majorly weird order, but the best top 100 agents that sold the most throughout 2024 and invite them on a spectacular soiree where they, offer us they let us bring a guest and whatnot, and they spoil us and pamper us and all the good things. And then on that voyage, they actually announce who the top 10 are, top 10 sales for the year, which is really cool because we've won what? 3 years in a row. So we're really excited about it.
The only two
only
to win
two.
3 years in a row.
Which is crazy. So it was a very cool moment for Kelly and I have to say. We were sitting together, so they did a little different this year. It was in the Manor. If you've been on Virgin, it was in the Manor, and they had the chairs set up like a theater basically, and so they had rows and whatnot, and we were kind of, what were we, third row?
Yeah.
Second or third row. And I told them they should have set it up like the Golden Globes where they put your name on a
On a seat.
yeah,
Your
on the
face.
seat. Yeah, your face and your name on a seat so you knew where to sit. Anyways, but they of course did not like that idea that I said that. So that did not happen. Not all of my ideas go through. I give them out, but nobody listens. Anyways, thankfully I own my own business and people listen here. Isn't that nice? Anyways, so we sat there, and then they did all the awards because they give out some really cool awards. They give out a navigator award, a corkscrew award, corkscrew. Oh, geez Louise.
I know. That's why everyone, they gave out maybe 4 of them, and everyone enunciated the word.
Because I'm even saying corkscrew. No?
Corkscrew.
Did I do it right?
Yes.
Okay.
You really have to slow down and think about it.
Yeah. Anyway, so they gave out that award, and honestly, I feel like they both mean the same thing. Wonderful award. I'm not saying anything bad about it, but I felt like that. But I love them. I think they're fabulous. But I feel like they mean the same sort of thing. Like basically, it's like your sales are great. You're doing a good job. You embody Virgin. All those kind of things. I think it's really cool they do that. And then they give out top 100 or top 10. Sorry, they give out the top 10 award. So this year, Nirmal, we actually got lucky to have Nirmal on board, and he gave out the awards. So that was very nice. And when he was going through, he went through alphabetical.
Yeah.
And I want to say halfway through, he started. Do you feel like? Well, you just watched it. Did he start in the beginning saying this person won the award?
I skipped to.
Oh, you did? Okay. Because it was posted on YouTube just recently, and so I feel like halfway through he started saying, "Well, this person won the award 2 times in a row.
Yes.
This person won the award, 2 times in a row. This is the first time debuting, whatever." I feel like, but I could be wrong.
No, I think they did the whole. This plant is attacking me.
Well, it has.
I feel like they did do. Maybe John said it because I think John had actual notes.
Yeah, he did have actual.
He
notes.
might have said how many times each person got it.
Yeah. So they got to Kelly and I, since alphabetical order. We were at the end, and they were like, and their mom was like, "I think these." Did he say next 2? I feel
don't
like
know.
he said.
I don't know.
Maybe he didn't say. He said this next one. I think that's what it was. This next one. Has received this award 3 times, and I was like, oh, and then they called my name, and I was like beyond excited, and I was like 3-peat. So it was a cool moment. And then they called Kelly's name, and I'm like, okay. I have a video. This is the funniest part. When Kelly went up there, I had to stand up to kind of let her go by. When Kelly went up, I'm standing up like this, just jamming. And totally like 3-peat, screaming and stuff. I was just as obnoxious as everyone else that was there.
Oh my
Maybe
gosh.
not just as obnoxious, but I think I was yelling Kellers, which was pretty cool. But anyways, it was really cool. So they announced that we were the only 2 that have ever won it 3 times, which is really cool. And so we didn't get our award, so they'd be sitting right here, right here if we could, but they're not here.
There was a little snafu.
There was a snafu there. But it was a great cruise. Virgin spoiled us as usual, which is awesome. There's
cocktail parties, dinners,
gifts.
Yes.
Yeah. And then let's see what else. I'm trying to think what else I was going to say. Shoot. Oh, when we had fun, we went to. Oh, what did we do? We went and did the Mermaid. Oh my gosh, I was going to call it Lagoon.
Hideaway.
Mermaid Hideway. So we did the Mermaid Hideway, and it was really cool. It was the Airstream.
It was the Airstream.
Airstream.
As opposed to the
Gulfstream. Or the Soda Stream, as my roadie would say. You could have the Soda Stream, he said. But anyways, it was really cool. It was basically an Airstream. It was decked out, very nicely decorated. It actually saved us from a massive storm, which was so cool. But it was definitely decked out like we were camping. It was really cool.
Yeah, we had a place to hunker down when it started raining.
Yeah, because they said you don't have to leave here because this is good. But like the cabana, they didn't say that you'd have to leave the cabana, but they said you're not gonna like it when it rains in the cabana.
Yeah.
So,
but we had board games and card games, and they have bocce ball and paddle ball.
Mm-hmm.
And chess.
Huge chessboard.
Yeah, the chessboard. And there's like lounge chairs and all kinds of places to sit. It holds 10 people.
Mm-hmm.
So, bring all your friends.
We actually ended up having more in there, which I don't think they loved. I'm going to be honest. And to be honest, it was hard to sit outside because there was more than 10 in there, but you can have people sit inside too, but then you're kind of away from each other. So I wouldn't suggest more than 10, but it worked out fine because we're close and comfy and we all like each other. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah. And it also comes with the $200 bar tab. So when you look at the price, it's pretty steep.
Yeah.
I got to be honest.
Yeah, I think so too.
But for 10 people, if each person pays their share, then it's not that bad.
Yeah, it was $100.
Yeah. So, and then you get $200 worth of drinks. So,
yeah. And we use that $200 worth of drinks.
Yes. And the shelter. And I think this shelter is going to be good in the summer.
I agree.
For heat because it is air conditioned.
Yeah, it is air conditioned. It also had Bluetooth, which was cool.
Mm-hmm.
We played music. We ended up playing a rousing game of Uno, Mercy Uno, which went on forever. And we were switching cards and doubling down.
We didn't know the rules, so we had to keep referencing what card. What is this card?
Yeah, we're like, what is this? It was not Uno. It was like Uno on crack. It was crazy. And then we also played a really rousing game of Cards Against Humanities, and that was crazy.
That was really fun.
We laughed.
We laughed a lot.
We laughed a lot. That was super fun. So we did the Mermaid Hideway. That was awesome. Highly suggest it. And then in Key West, we just did a pub crawl. We actually had limited time because the award ceremony was at 4:30, and we had hair appointments at 3. And just to tell you what happened at my hair appointment, I sat down and I was like, she's like, what would you like done? A blowout? And I said, no, I want an updo. And she goes, what would you like done? A blow dry? And I go, no, an updo. And she was like, oh. I said, like, put it up. She was like, oh. And then that's when I was like, oh boy, this isn't going to go well. So it was cute. Don't get me wrong. I can't say that it was, the best hairdo I've ever had, but it was done and it was up and that's fine. I probably could have done it myself. I got to be honest, but whatever. Kelly's looked really cute. You said what?
I said I want an updo and she said, okay.
Mine did not.
I kind of showed her a picture. I did have a picture of what I wanted, which didn't come out the way, but I
thought it was super cute.
I thought it was too. I said, I want something like this. I said, it doesn't have to be exact. I'm not picky. I just want somebody else to do my hair.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how I felt too. I was like, oh, I want it up, but I don't want to have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And then that's why we didn't stay too long in Key West. But one of the fun things that we did do in Key West was I had seen this video forever. It's a TikTok video or I don't know, an Instagram video or something too. You Can Call Me Al. Is that the name of it? The actual song?
Al.
Call Me Al.
Yeah.
So Paul and Simon, Call Me Al. And it's a dance. And it's super easy. Like, was it super easy?
Maybe after like the 10th or 12th time I did it, I
with a lot of alcohol
was getting it.
Yeah, I think you got it before then.
Well, first of all, she taught me while I was a little inebriated. And I was supposed to just remember that the next day, like, okay, perform. And I'm like,
no, I didn't think that. Wendy did. Wendy was giving you such a hard time. She was like, what do you mean you don't know it? Wendy's like, come on, Kelly, get it together. It was so
Wendy was my
funny.
partner, so, she wasn't, 100% on it either.
Oh, man, but Wendy didn't care. So,
she
like,
didn't care.
So it was me. So myself and my agent and my friend, Jessica Hester, we both are dancers. Hester actually teaches dance for a living as well as sells travel. But so it took us 3 seconds. Like, I don't even think I did it out. Like, I think I looked at the video. It was that easy. So I think I looked at it, and Hester and I went through it maybe a couple times. We're like, all right, we got it. We were just trying to figure out, like, where hands go and which way to go. So then these two are like, what are you guys doing? We're like, we're learning a TikTok video. And I don't think this one volunteered to do it. I want to say Wendy was the one that, like, Kelly, we got this. Kelly, we got this. And Wendy was like, or Kelly was like, I don't know that we got this. And Wendy's like, yes, you do. You got this. And Kelly's like, I don't think anybody's got this. Okay. So then
those were my exact words.
Were they? So we teach them, like she said, in my suite, because I had the Mega Rockstar again. And so there's plenty of room to learn TikTok dances in there. I mentioned that before.
Was this on Scarlet Night?
I think so.
Yeah.
It was a
Scarlet
night before.
Night.
Yeah, so it was the night before.
Mm-hmm.
The night before we're teaching them to dance. And honestly, I thought for sure both of them would be like, the next day they're out. I thought they'd be like, no way. So we get to Sloppy Joe's, which was the first place that wasn't the first place we went, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was? Okay. So we get to Sloppy Joe's, which was the first place. And I was like, I wanted to do it in the street of Duval. And the street was pretty calm at that moment because it was like 9 a.m. Like, we went out early. So the street was pretty calm, pretty empty. And I was like, I want to do it in the middle of the street. I think that would be hilarious. And so everyone's like, how are you going to do it? So we're like watching the cars and timing it. And I'm like, okay. And I'm listening to the music going, okay, the amount of cars that are going through, we've got this. We are going to get some horn hogs, I'm sure, but we've got this. But we also wanted to do it with the Duval name on the back, but we couldn't find that. Apparently everyone has removed those signs from the street.
They don't exist.
And they're now in their garages somewhere. They have climbed up the poles, stolen the signs, and put them in their garages somewhere or their drinking rooms. I have no doubt, because they're not on the street anywhere. So everyone just knows that that's a street. So anyway, we're in Sloppy Joe's. We're like, all right, let's do it. And so we go to do it, and Wendy's like, come on, Kelly, we got this. And Kelly's like, I don't think I got this. So we were like, like, come on, let's try it. So I think Hester and I did it one time without you, or did we always do it with you guys?
I think we did it every time.
Every time? Okay. So we did a bunch of practice. Well, at this point, we've had like a shot, because we're like, okay, we got to get to shooting, because, there's not a lot of time that we have in Key West. Can't waste that alcohol time in Key West. So at like 9 a.m., we're having a shot and we're dancing to Call Me Al. So anyways, so then this goes on throughout the rest of the day, and it gets sillier and sillier. It happens in more bars and more places and
the street.
In the street. It was just, but it was super fun. And the world's smallest bar, and my dad in the background going like this.
That was the best.
Yeah, it was just, and making the band, if there was a band up there, play it, and then us dance to it. So Ariana's going to have a hard time really cutting that, because his tempo probably isn't the same as what the actual tempo, like it's, Anyway, so it was a good time. That's for sure.
Definitely.
So we did that, and then we went to the award ceremony, and that was pretty much, that was the gist of our cruise. That was the stuff that was different. So yeah, that was last week. And then let's chat about like some cool new things that Virgin's doing, which they just announced yesterday. Or no, yesterday? Was that yesterday?
It was Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday.
So
with Sir Richie.
Tuesday, we had the pleasure of
hanging out with Sir Richie.
Richard Branson joining John and Normal on a video call with the first mates. Mm-hmm. And he was sitting in Necker Island, which I always think is so cool.
And Kelly's like, I've been on that couch.
I have. Well, I did. That was probably in his house, to be honest.
Oh, that one was.
But I can tell he was there. And then I saw like the trees in the background. I'm like, oh.
Kelly's like, I know that tree.
Go back.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I do. I'm itching to go back.
Well, we just talked about this on the train. We're like, okay, how much is it that we can go back? Like, can we all just do it and go back?
Yeah.
So we did talk about it on the train. It is something that we're looking at. But anyways, go ahead.
I'm going to read this off because there's a couple of new things to the annual pass.
So what he did announce, or what he kind of talked about, one of the things that he announced was that they're doing a new annual pass for 2026. They've actually announced it already. They have one for 2025. It's already going. And it's $120 for 2025. And it comes with a bunch of different things. Basically, Deep Blue Extras, if you ask me. And you can go on any sailing as long as they don't overlap and all this stuff. So then the next one for 2026 is coming out.
So they've included a lot of new things, but they also upped the price tag. So it's $199,000 for an all-access pass for year-round adventures. It comes with a complimentary week stay at Necker Island. Right there is $40,000-$50,000.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, that's so you also get round trip travel from Necker to anywhere in the U.S. So if you were to just say, I want to fly from Orlando because that's where I live, they'll fly you there and back. You get a daily shake for champagne.
Daily?
Daily.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
How much champagne is one drinking?
Yeah, seriously.
Can you imagine?
Get a take-home hammock, a birthday upgrade to Rockstar Quarter category. So if it's your birthday week, you can say, hey, I want a Seriously Suite.
Yeah.
And
you get your Seriously Suite.
Yeah,
do it on the longest cruise.
Pretty cool. One privately hosted, curated shore thing every quarter.
Which is cool. Privately hosted.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good idea.
It is.
Private.
A cabana at our signature beach club in Bimini.
Ugh, don't take mine, please.
Customized Rockstar robes and $10,000 shopping spree at High Street shops.
It's very close to the Birkin. You're really close. You only have to pay like a tiny bit more to get that Birkin that's hanging out there.
Nobody wants that Birkin. That's why it's still there.
Nobody wants that Birkin. I wonder if the one's still on Royal that's still there. Oh my gosh. Anyways.
So that is the annual pass for 2026.
Yeah.
So higher price tag, but some cool
More,
things.
yeah,
some
really
cool
cool things.
additions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. Anything else that was new? What else did we get that was new? That was really it, right?
That was it. We're still waiting for 2026, 2027
7
itineraries. Hopefully in the next month or so
Yes.
is what we're hearing.
Yes.
So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
But
hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Virgin time, people. Virgin time. We like virgin time, though. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't.
Sometimes it drives us crazy.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. Just a tiny, tiny bit. All right. Well, did we do it?
I think so.
All right. I think we talked about it all. Next week, we go on that other cruise line. No?
It's like Baltimore.
Yeah. We go on that other cruise line.
The one that's yet not to be known.
We're going to do that one and see what it's like to be upsold on all the things.
All the things. Here we go.
Yes, we don't want to be upsold, but we're actually excited about it. We're going as an agency training. Part of the team is going, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun for us.
Yes.
Yes.
It's going to be different.
Totally different.
Very different. Wait till the announcements start at
oh my God.
in the
The
morning.
announcements make me insane. Like, it is like nails on a chalkboard at this point for me. Like, the announcements, I can't even. I'm like, no, nobody cares. Nobody. Who do you think's listening? Not listening. I am now. Great. Thanks. Because I was really happy in my zone in my head. But yeah, no, that's not good. Announcements. And then the one for lovely day.
Yes.
Lovely day.
That one I believe starts at 7:30 a.m.
And then the worst part is if you're on the side that's on the other side of the if you're on the side where the ship where the dock is, if you're on the port side, but it's not really the port side, but the dock side, depending on how the way the ship is docked, they bounce off because this ship over here is playing Lovely Day, this ship over here is playing Lovely Day, and you hear lovely day, and you're like, ah, it's like that's even worse.
So
it's worse. You're like, oh my God, it's still going. Is it gonna end? When's it end? And it goes on and on and on, and then you get off the ship and it goes on and on and on
You're
more.
dreaming about it.
Yeah, you're like, oh my gosh. Anyways, but still gonna be fun. We're so excited. That other cruise line. All right. Well, we'll leave you with our favorite phrase. You know what? Actually, Kelly said something really good on our live. We did a live earlier today in our group in Facebook, which is called Virgin Voyages Cruise Tips and Deals. That's on Facebook. She asked, what is it that we want to hear? Or you guys want to hear? I feel like nobody answers, but do us a favor, answer. Tell me what you want to hear about. I don't know. I just made up my own song.
You're good at that. You do that almost every live we have.
It was terrible, though. It was very elevator-esque music. It was terrible. Anyways, so tell us what you want to hear. Like, what do you want us to report on? What do you want us to do? Honestly, I've always talked about we've talked about this, we've never done it, but doing and this is just coming out of my head live right now, and we have not discussed it. So Kelly's really excited. She's very nervous right now. We've talked about this before, as having a sailor or a follower. Oh, how do I explain it? Like, they tell us what to do. You do this. You eat this, right? Like, what am I trying to say? Huh? Well, I'm not gonna. You know me. I'm not gonna eat that, but I'll make you eat it. The crickets.
Like they take over for the day.
Yeah, like a takeover.
Yeah.
We say you're in charge of Kelly and Samantha's cruise, and this is the cruise that you're in charge of.
We're gonna have to have a non-alcoholic wellness. Yeah, that's what we're gonna get. People are gonna want to see if
Nobody
we really
wants to
enjoy
see that.
Sorry, I just gave somebody an idea.
Nobody wants to see that.
Ixnay
They're
that
gonna be like
idea.
this. They're gonna be like, wow, that's really boring.
Yeah,
It's gonna be like, what's his name when what was his name? Oh shoot, what was his name? Bobby, Fun Bobby, stop drinking.
Fun Bobby. Yeah,
That's gonna be us. They're gonna be like,
all
wow.
depressed.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, wow, they're not fun. No, just kidding. Actually, we're pretty fun.
We're pretty fun.
Sober or not.
Yep,
we're pretty fun. I think we are.
I think so.
We're a little bit more fun, not sober. But maybe we might be the only ones that think so.
Probably.
Everyone else might be like this. Oh my God, they're a hot mess. But anyways, that's one of my ideas to have a cruise where it is a takeover, a sailor follower takeover. I don't know. Anyways, we'll figure it out. But besides that, tell us what it is that you want. I was going to actually announce that in the beginning. I totally forgot to do it. I meant to do that in the beginning because who watches to the end? Hopefully they do.
Hopefully.
If you do, thank you for watching. All right. We'll see you guys later, probably next week. All right. We'll leave you our favorite phrase, which is, you float our boat. Thanks again for joining, and we'll see you soon. Bye.